What's up? What's up? Now I want to talk about my favorite driving possession. Somebody who's into a lot of video games that was based in racing. I would like to dream or imagine I was a racing driver. So I always make sure that I sit in such a manner. Knees, I'll try to extend them a bit for long drives, so I keep my seat low enough and further enough from the pedal, so I just have to all I have to do is use my toe. And of course, since manuals are dead, you only have to use the right foot, and then the steering wheel is about that far away, elbow slightly bent, never extended fully, slightly bent, and then you have to have one hand with full access to the steering wheel, and both of them, because you'll be switching hands in the highway driving. If you use both your hands, you're gonna fall asleep really fast. I like to sit as low as possible. I like to sit in such a manner that there's a gap with me and the roof in case a funny bump comes in and I hit my head. So I'll keep a gap, allowing me to, and I'm not that tall either. I'm like 5'5", I guess, 5'6", 5'5", 5'4", whatever that is. I also want to keep a healthy distance between me and the steering wheel in case there is an accident. The steering wheel isn't wedged into my body. I also like to keep the steering low. I would like to see this road. Now, how do I adjust the seat? I like to adjust the seat so I could see exactly this or slightly less. If I see this section, I know that I can see the exact left corner before I hit it. If I see the end, I know that I'm not gonna hit the car in front of me. But if you like to sit low, you know that if you could see this is the end of your car. At that corner, you have to know that there's a car coming in at this level. So you have to keep a distance or you're gonna blow your headlight and that guy's car. Now, we're talking about heuristics of this Porsche. I do not like that it's cluttered with a lot of buttons. This hazard should be very accessible, very clearly available to both the driver and passenger, so that they can, in case of an accident or hazard, reach for it and then press it at any moment. I like that they have these, I don't know whatever these are, but I like that the passenger can hold it in case the driver is a damn dick. I would like to see both my mirrors this way. I'd like to have a bit of a shoulder above. And I would like if from that window I can see that much, at least. So up, down, I could see a bit of the pavement. If I just move up, I could see a lot of the other cars and that much of my car. From this window, I know whatever this guy has done. I'd like to see a bit of my car so I can know the distance between my car and the next, because the mirror isn't safe. And then I could see most of the road and the other cars. Now this guy needs a bit of cleaning. From the rearview mirror, I'd like to see almost everything, but imagine that pickup drivers and trucks, they don't have access to this, so this is a nominal one. Don't keep staring at it. Stare at the side mirrors if you can, or pay attention to the road at all times, because the road is more important than anything. When you're in the front, you are the problem of the guy at the back. That doesn't give you the permission to be a dick to those guys. And I would also heuristically like if the RPM, if it's in the left side, so I could vary my speed based on the RPM. But okay, of course they wanted to give the sporty feel. I hate the RPM on the right side. I like it on the left. In the middle is also fine, because I could just make myself happy with the bouncing. This always in relation to what I'm looking at out on the hood. I'm not looking at that side. Now this is my field of view. If I'm looking at the car and I don't like to look left for the speedo. Speedo is always important. RPM is important to make sure I know that I'm using the engine properly and I'm not wasting a lot of gas, or I'm not redlining more than I should.